Right now, while you're watching this, your body is trying to rebuild itself, not metaphorically, literally. Every single night, your body runs a repair crew, a biological night shift that patches your DNA, clears waste from your brain, rebalances your hormones, and resets your metabolism for the next day. And here's the terrifying part. Most of you are firing that crew, quietly, cheerfully, with habits so normal, so recommended, that nobody warned you they came with a bill. Because that's the trick. These habits don't hurt today. They charge you interest, a tiny biological debt, compounding silently for years until one day it shows up as fatigue, belly fat, brain fog, or a number on a blood test your doctor frowns at. Today, I'm showing you the 7 everyday habits that are slowly evicting your repair crew, ranked from annoying to you need to stop this week. Stick to number 1. It's the one almost everyone does, and it's the most expensive of all. Let's go. Habit 7. Slamming coffee the second you wake up. Picture your morning energy like a city power grid. When you wake, your body fires up its own generator, the cortisol awakening response, flooding you with natural alertness for about 30 to 45 minutes. Now you pour coffee on top. You've just dumped fuel on a fire that was already burning. Caffeine doesn't delete tiredness, it blocks adenosine, the molecule that tracks how tired you are, so the bill keeps adding up behind a locked door. When the caffeine fades, that door swings open and all of it hits at once. That's your 2 p.m. crash. The fix is almost insultingly simple. Delay your first coffee by 60 to 90 minutes. Let the generator run first. You'll get smoother energy and, bonus, less afternoon dependence. Here's the kicker. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours, meaning half of your 4 p.m. cup is still circulating at 10 p.m., silently shaving minutes off your deep sleep even when you fall asleep fine. You don't feel it, your repair crew does. Bad mornings are often just yesterday's last coffee cashing in late. Habit 6. Breathing through your mouth. Your nose isn't decoration, it's a high-tech air purification system, filtering, warming, humidifying every breath, and critically, your nasal passages release nitric oxide, a molecule that widens your blood vessels and boosts oxygen uptake. Breathe through your mouth, especially asleep, and you skip all of it. You're driving a Ferrari and siphoning the premium fuel straight onto the pavement. Chronic mouth breathing is linked to poorer sleep quality, dry mouth, and more cavities. The fix? Nasal breathing during the day on purpose, and if you snore or wake with a dry mouth, talk to a professional about it. Your night crew can't do quality work in a low-oxygen building. And it reshapes faces. Sleep researchers have documented that chronic childhood mouth breathing can alter jaw and facial development, longer faces, narrower palates. In adults, it drives that groggy, slept 8 hours but feel hit by a truck feeling. The cruel part, you're unconscious while it happens, so you blame everything but the cause. Habit 5. Sitting for 6+ hours straight. Here's what nobody tells you. Exercise doesn't cancel sitting. They're separate accounts. When you sit motionless for hours, blood flow through your legs slows to a crawl. Your blood vessels stay healthy partly through shear stress, the gentle scrubbing of blood moving briskly across vessel walls. Sit too long and that scrubbing stops. The pipes start to stiffen. Research consistently links prolonged sedentary time to higher cardiovascular and metabolic risk, independent of whether you hit the gym. The fix isn't a marathon, it's movement snacks. Stand up and move for 2 minutes every 30 to 60 minutes. 2 minutes. That's the rent your arteries are asking for. There's a second hidden cost, an enzyme called lipoprotein lipase, which pulls fat out of your bloodstream for fuel, can drop dramatically when muscles go still for hours. So sitting doesn't just slow your blood, it tells your body to stop clearing fat. You can be skinny on the outside and metabolically clogged on the inside. Habit 4. Eating ultra-processed food on autopilot. I'm not talking about a cookie. I'm talking about food engineered in a lab. Ingredients you'd never find in a home kitchen. Large studies tracking tens of thousands of people associate high ultra-processed food intake with greater risk of obesity, heart disease, and early mortality. Why? Your gut lining is protected by a thin mucus wall, your immune system's front gate. Ultra-processed additives and the lack of real fiber can thin that wall, letting irritants leak through and trigger chronic low-grade inflammation. the slow, smoldering fire underneath nearly every age-related disease. The fix? Aim for the 80-20 rule. If most of what you eat looks like it grew or once walked around, you've won most of the battle. It's also engineered to beat your brain. An NIH study by Kevin Hall found people eating ultra-processed diets consumed about 500 extra calories a day without noticing versus whole foods. These products are designed to bypass your fullness signals. You're not weak-willed, you're outgunned by food built in a flavor lab to make you overeat. Habit 3. Eating your biggest meal late at night. Your liver wears a watch. It's metabolically tuned to process food during daylight. Eat your largest meal at 10 p.m. and you're asking the day shift staff to run a factory in the dark. When you eat late, your body shifts from burn and use mode towards store as fat mode, and overnight blood sugar control worsens. Studies on meal timing show that when you eat can affect weight and metabolic health almost as much as what you eat. The fix? Front load your calories. Make breakfast or lunch the headliner and let dinner be the warm-up act, ideally finishing 2 to 3 hours before bed. Late eating also hijacks your sleep itself. While you digest a heavy meal, your core temperature stays elevated, but deep sleep requires your body to cool down. So you sleep, yet wake unrefreshed. You traded your night shift repair window for an overnight digestion shift. The meal felt good, the morning won't. Habit 2. Doom scrolling in bed. This one's a double sabotage. First, screen light in the evening suppresses melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time for the repair crew to clock in. You delay the shift. But the bigger problem is emotional. Your brain's threat detector, the amygdala, doesn't fully grasp that the outrage on your screen isn't a tiger in the room. Anxious, activating content spikes cortisol right when it should be bottoming out. You lie down to rest and instead hand your nervous system a fire alarm. The fix? A 30-minute screen curfew before bed. Replace the scroll with anything boring. Boring is the magic word. Boring is what lets the crew get to work. Habit 1. Chronic loneliness. This is the one almost nobody counts as a health habit, and it may be the most powerful on this list. Loneliness isn't just a feeling. UCLA researcher Steve Cole and colleagues found that chronic social isolation triggers a measurable shift in gene activity called the conserved transcriptional response to adversity. It dials up inflammatory genes and dials down antiviral defenses. Your DNA literally reads loneliness as danger and switches your body into a defensive, inflamed state. That's why large analyses have compared the mortality impact of chronic isolation to smoking. Your repair crew doesn't just need sleep and food. It needs connection to know it's safe enough to do its job. The fix? One real, undistracted human interaction a day. A call, a coffee, a conversation with your phone in your pocket. So here's the big picture. None of these habits will hurt you today. That's exactly why they're dangerous. They bill you in installments, and the body pays quietly until it can't. But it works in reverse too. Every habit you fix tonight is a payment toward yourself. Delay the coffee, take the 2-minute walk, eat earlier, put the phone down, call someone that matters. Your repair crew is loyal. It shows up every single night for free, asking only that you stop standing in its way. So tonight, clock them back in.